I signed a document for my mother when I was 18 to help our family. 10 years later, I discovered a secret she had been keeping about my identity. The morning of my 18th birthday, my mother sat me down at the kitchen table with a stack of papers and a pen. She looked tired, her eyes heavy from working 2 jobs to keep our small apartment running. She told me that because I was officially an adult, she needed me to sign some documents to help with our family's credit and utility bills. She said it was just a way to make sure we always had a roof over our heads. I didn't even read the fine print. I trusted her completely because she had sacrificed everything to raise me. I scribbled my signature on every line she pointed to, feeling proud that I could finally help her carry the load. For the next 10 years, I lived my life thinking I was just a normal person starting from scratch. I worked hard, finished college, and eventually applied for a mortgage on a small townhouse of my own. I expected a simple approval process since I had always been careful with my money. But when the bank representative called me into his office, he looked at me with a very confused expression. He asked me how I managed to own 3 luxury vehicles and a vacation property in a different state that I had never even visited. I felt like the room was spinning. I told him there must be a mistake. I didn't own any cars, and I certainly didn't have a vacation home. He showed me my credit report, and there it was, a decade of high-end purchases, loans, and credit cards, all in my name, starting from the very day I turned 18. Every single payment had been made on time, which is why I never received any collection calls, but the sheer volume of debt was staggering. I went to my mother's house that evening, my heart pounding in my chest. I showed her the report, and for a long time, she just stared at it. She didn't try to deny it. She explained that after my father left, our family's financial reputation was ruined. She was terrified that we would end up on the street, so she used my clean slate to build a safety net. She had been using my identity to manage the family's larger expenses, thinking that as long as she paid everything back on time, it wouldn't hurt me. In her mind, she was protecting us from the poverty she grew up in. Hearing her cry made me realize that she wasn't trying to be a criminal. She was a woman who was so consumed by fear of the past that she made a desperate choice for our future. She thought she was building a foundation for me, but she didn't realize she was building it on a lie that could have ruined my life. We spent the whole night going through every single account. It took a year of legal meetings and difficult conversations to untangle our lives, but I chose to work through it with her instead of walking away. I realized that sometimes the people who love us most can make the biggest mistakes when they're trying to protect us. We are finally building a real future now, one where the only thing I sign is a card for her birthday, and we both know exactly who we are.